Okay. Good evening, everyone. To all, a special good evening to all our parents, students, my friends, colleagues, everyone. And on behalf of Prerna Delhi Public School, I welcome you all for today's webinar, Happiness and Human. We all want to be happy in life. After all, life's better when we are happy, healthy, and successful. Many people believe that happiness is having fun at a party, the excitement of a new experience, buying a new dress, the delights of a fine meal at a restaurant, especially now, COVID time. Rarely do you get to go out. Watching your favorite TV program, winning a game. Wow, wonderful. These are excellent experiences to be cherished and cultivated. But are they really happiness? Have you ever stopped to consider exactly what is happiness? Is it a commodity? Is it a thing that I can keep in my cupboard? Is it a thing that I can keep in my locker? What exactly is this happiness that we keep wishing for? And who is this person whom I can approach and who will give me happiness? Where can I get it from? There are so many questions that come to our mind. And I'm sure all our great audience who are with me today would love to know the answers to these questions. So I now invite our speaker, Ms. Shireen Pathan, for today. She has done her diploma in early childhood care education, master's in arts in psychology and counseling, is currently working as a freelance counselor at Manthan Counseling Center, and is also supporting the program You Are Not Alone by the Live, Love, Laugh Foundation. Welcome, Shireen ma'am. It's a pleasure to see you.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, all dear parents, students, teachers, and all the viewers. It's my pleasure and my honor to be here on this platform. I'm really thankful to ma'am for acknowledging me and giving me this opportunity to be the part of DPS school. As we know, today we are in the abyss of Corona, right? So today our topic is regarding happiness. The context itself gives the message of feeling happy. Happy means to feel good, feeling a well-being. It's a subject of practicing positive psychology. It's a pleasure enhancing your mood. And definitely, if you're happy, you can progress in your life. So we can define happiness in a very different categories. For every individual, we as a human being believe in happiness. Happiness is a part of our life, and on the contrary, sadness is also along with us. Sadness and happiness both are the coins of both are the side of the same coins, right? So, emotional well-being. These are some beautiful part of your life. When you achieve something, when you fulfill your targets, when your wishes, your desires, your pleasures are fulfilled, you feel yourself to be in a complete potential power, and you feel being a complete well-being as a complete human being. Without happiness, you cannot stay alive. Happiness is definitely important to have a longevity in your life. Without happiness, it won't work. We have different examples. We all search happiness in the different criteria of our life. For some, art, listening music, going to gym, listening, reading books, watching videos, and we all have the different patterns or enhancing our mood. So happiness could be self-created also. It's not that you have need to search happiness always outside. It's with you. It's we to identify, do we have those happiness with ourselves? I can put an example. It's a transient pleasure to have a good friends, making more money in your life, achieving your goals, having a healthy lifestyle, then helping people. I love feeding animals, my pets, and even you feel happiness if you help someone outside on the road. It gives an intense feeling of happiness from inner side that today you did some good work, and that can also give her happiness. I like to go outside when I'm not in a mood or something goes wrong with me. I like to go more outside. I like to watch TV. I like to play with my small children, and that would enhance my mood. Yes, ma'am, want to ask any question?
Of course, Shireen ma'am, that sometimes I feel that when we say that we are happy, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now today, if I have like say for example, I won a game, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
But many a times, even if I didn't win, do I have to be unhappy? I mean, every time we cannot achieve anything, okay? Or like if I run a race, even if I don't get the first position, okay? And even if I don't get second or third for that matter, I just participated. Yes. Shouldn't that also make me happy?
Yes, definitely.
That yes, I was fortunate enough to participate, right? Like I was fortunate enough to get something. And so what exactly is this happiness? Like I was just asking in the beginning, it's not an object, it's an emotion. Emotion. It's an emotion which we are feeling, all right?
Yes.
And this feeling is ours, okay? Nobody gives it to us.
Yes.
It is how we react, right?
Yes.
It's like if someone gives you something, instead of being happy, we tend to see कि दूसरे को क्या मिला.
Yes.
Okay. And तो फिर जो मुझे मिला उससे मुझे खुशी नहीं मिलती है, because I'm all the time looking at कि दूसरे को क्या मिला, right? So, so somewhere, yes. Like kahi baar I really think that is happiness something, and all that, and the best part is it is within us, but we are always looking for it for outside.
Outside,
so,
yes.
Right, we are always looking for it outside, jabki that feeling is inside us, right? So Shireen ma'am, could you tell me what should a person do actually to be happy in the state that they are?
Yes.
That all the time we are comparing. Yes. That one has a bigger car, that one has got this, and the other person is more beautiful, her hair is longer, he's got a better position. I mean, why do we have that feeling, and why are we not happy with what we have?
Right, a good question. I think so human beings have the tendency of always comparing ourselves with others. It's in human nature. And human natures are like, we are always in desire and always in pleasure. We want a different kind of pleasure in our life, and we always put undesire. We're never satisfied as a human being. We don't have a full stop in our life for desires. Once you achieve something, still something is waiting for you behind, and you want to achieve those things also. It's a beautiful example of Sri Devi. If you could remember her movie, Sri Devi and Anil Kapoor, and I could not remember her third one heroine name, and Pulam Dillo. When Sri Devi would go for the market and she was buying something, and she met her friend Pulam Dillo, and she was in a good, wealthy place. And how she fair, कि देखो मेरे घर पे आओ and see, I have to cook my food without potatoes also sometime. And she is moving herself in a life with such a beautiful car. She is having a big house and a good husband, but she is not aware what pain her friend is having. It's we as a human, we just move and we just have a look only on the outer portion of the life. What is inside, we are not aware. So we just always go on for the outer look, not for the inner qualities. So that matters. It's with you. And the next, another example I would like to share is for example, of valleys or sandals or shoes, whatever we like to wear. We always have an option on this not go. We go and go for different shoes center everywhere, and then at last you finalize. And after purchasing your bellies or shoes, when you come out and you see a person, he's not having his leg only. And at that time, you really feel, oh, we should be thankful to the God which he had given us, what he had gifted to us. At least we have leg, at least we can put anything in our legs. And there he does not have. This is how human being can satisfy themselves, by comparing your life, not only by saying, na, कि बड़ी का घर देख अपना झुपड़ा भी तोड़ दो. It's in that way. Yeah? So it's a satisfaction. Human beings are not satisfied. It's very hard for everyone to accept the truth.
Very true. In fact, sometimes I just think that, Shireen ma'am, every time when we tend to worry too much, or like we are envious, or we are looking outside, in fact, we are minimizing our own happiness.
Yes.
What could have been a very joyful moment, and we could be enjoying it, partying it, ki wow, I'm so fortunate, mere paas ye hai. But instead of enjoying it, we are feeling miserable looking at the other person's, like even if someone gets a promotion, we don't say, at least I'm fortunate to have a job. Okay.
Yes.
But why did that one get? So ek is comparison, what is that spoils your happiness.
Yes,
What is the other reasons that one can, in spite of being happy, that we can spoil our own happiness?
You can spoil your happiness. Yeah. It happens like because of jealous nature. You have human beings are having the tendency of different kind of emotions with us. So if you look at your life, actually what happens when at the end of our life, when we are passing from childhood days to the youngest age and then the old age, finally we realize when, for instance, from the whole lifespan, we were not satisfied with many of the things in many of our areas. But finally, when we come at the age of 60s, people start realizing, oh, I did not enjoy my those life. Why I did not have enjoyed those moments of my school days. I did not enjoy my youngness. And now today I'm at the age where I don't have to go outside. I cannot move out. I cannot eat properly. I cannot move. I cannot even dress up myself properly because the body structure is now not supporting. So the human beings can be happy if you stay in the life at present. If you live your life present, then definitely you'll be happy.
There is one more aspect that I was thinking, that what is actually spoiling our happiness is, Shireen ma'am, whenever we get something, we are very happy for those few days. Okay.
Yeah.
2 din, maybe 4 din, maybe couple of hours, whatever. Uske baad we want more.
Yes.
We want more. Okay.
More.
And our desire for that more is never ending.
Never ending.
Like, it's like, suppose you don't have a house, but now you have a 1 BHK. Oh, wow, that was I was craving for. Once you get that BHK, now I wanted 2 BHK.
Yes.
After that, you want 3 and 4, and then you say, wow, I want a penthouse, and then I want a bungalow. And you have one car, you're not satisfied, I want the bigger, better model. So somewhere, we are always craving for more. And that satisfaction is not coming in. That's another reason where I feel that, when we say no, happiness is fleeting. Why it goes away. So probably this is one of the reasons that, that happiness leaves us, because we have stopped being happy with what we have. We're not satisfied. And then we crave. And, like we don't enjoy what we have, because we start running behind something more.
Yes.
So if we would stop and enjoy what we have got, it would be so much better. So happiness would give you, if you just have to pause at times and say, okay, let me take a break. Let me enjoy what I have.
Enjoy each moment. Enjoy our life, because we are not assured. We don't know what is our lifespan. So it's better enjoy every moment of your life, whether it might be a small one or a bigger one, but you must enjoy.
Because if we are not enjoying what we have, in fact, why did we achieve it? Why did we work so hard? And
at the end, at last, and no one is, satisfied whatever you get in your life. And years and achievements, and this all or the moments of our life are always going to be along with us.
True.
Right.
Okay. And now this was all that we spoke about. What I want, what we get, that makes us happy. But is happiness only what I get? What else can be?
Yes. If you donation, that will give more happiness, because our happiness is never going to be satisfied, whatever you get in your life. But the donation, when you donate something, you help someone, the needy person, or whatever you can help to any person in your life, wherever the person needs, definitely that will work. And you will really feel intense happiness from your inner heart, and your soul will feel a pleasure. Your soul will have the pleasure and satisfaction of doing something good in your life. And that is the thing which we are going to take away from this world, nothing else.
You know, there is another thing that I was thinking, that, you know, there's a nice quotation in English that charity begins at home.
Home big,
Okay.
it's the, yes.
Yes. Like as you said, that can't giving start from our house?
Itself,
Okay.
yes.
When we start giving from our own home, and we start being very caring towards our own family,
Family.
so the family environment becomes very happy.
Yes.
So automatically, you know, there is a very happy, comfortable environment at home, and that happiness reflects on us.
On us.
You know, so I would say that yes, you have a point that when we are giving, let's start by giving at home, making every member happy, be compromising, sacrificing at home, so
Yes.
that we can bond better. And
Right.
you know, and then of course,
Yes.
it will filter out of the house also. It will go out of the house also.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me one more thing, Shireen ma'am.
Yes.
You know, many a times I have heard that happiness not only makes you emotionally happy or something, or sadness makes you emotionally disturbed, but it affects your whole body. How true is this? And in what way does it affect?
It's completely true. See, I have seen, even we can, you can just analyze for yourself also. Everyone, we can, analyze for yourself, or you can assess yourself also with this thing. When we are not well, we are not feeling good, or we are suffering from any of the disease, what a doctor comes and he recommends us, he gives the suggestions to us. He'll ask, be happy, have a healthy food, don't think more, don't stress out more, don't fear for anything, just live happily, take your medicine properly, and take a good and healthy food. That's what a doctor recommends to us. And it really works. If you feel happy from inside, then the tablets are also going to work. If you are stressing out yourself, you'll have more BP. As if anyone is suffering from BP or blood pressure or diabetes, they all know what happens when they are in a stressful, when they are having a lot of hard working in their life and mental stress, then definitely there is a long duration changes in their frequency of diabetes and BP also. And what we can do at that time, just move outside, have a brisk walking, you can join a gym, you can go for a sports, which will help you. Mental and physical health, both happiness gives a good impact on health, physical and mental health on both the side. It plays a vital role. Happiness plays a vital role. I have seen many patients who were suffering from cancer. And we had, in psychology, we had some patient, two types of patient, where we had a case study over there. The patient was, both were the same cancer patient. They both were having the same tendency of the disease, and the treatment was almost the same. But one patient was cured and the other one was not cured because of their mental state. The mental state of a person who was been cured was feeling, he started motivating himself that, yes, I want to live, I want to be a good and healthy person for the future. And the other who started giving up himself. He was stressed with the disease and he could not cover up with his courage to come out from those diseases. So that mental health, mental thinking and making yourself happy can always enhance and stimulate your body. It can increase the immune system of your body. Happiness can definitely help out.
Very true, because you know, sometimes when we just look at happiness, it has a different meaning for many people.
Yes.
Okay, so I would say that, you know, when I actually speculate on all the sharing, that happiness is not something that, you know, you can put as a black and white definition, you know, कि यही होता है.
यही होता है.
Because, you know, because everyone's perspective for happiness is different. Everyone's needs in life are different. So everyone has a different thinking, and so they are happy in their own way. In fact, I was very touched upon by one small article that I had read, that a person goes to an area where there is, like there are children from below the poverty line, and they're really, the type who don't get to see food for a day or two, and they're little that starving kind. But so he thinks that, okay, fine, I'm going to tell them to, I'll make them run a race, and I'm going to tell them that the winner gets this box of chocolates. So he makes them stand in a line thinking that these children who are so desperate for something will run like nobody's business, in full speed to get that box of chocolate. And he makes them stand in a line, and he says, okay, fine, when I blow the whistle, run. And he was actually astonished, because when he blew the whistle, all the children held hands and made a chain, and they walked to the finish line together, and they sat and they enjoyed the chocolates together. And that sharing, and you should have, it was like he said, it was amazing to see the joy, the happiness on the face of all the children. And it was not that any one single child wanted the full box of chocolate for himself. He said, no, we all share and we are very happy. So for them, it was sharing was making them happy. So each one has their own perspective. And it is our own thinking. Now tell me, does thinking influence our feeling of happiness or sadness?
Yes.
And our environment, our upbringing, do these also influence happiness?
Yes, that's a good question. Yes, of course, it reflects. We have both positive psychology and negative psychology. And our homely atmosphere, where you are praised, a child is praised always, and been always given a chance to move and participate in all the different fields, and is always been supported by the parents and the family members, can always reach the goal which he targets. And the person or the child is not given a good chance to move out, or he's not been praised for doing any of the good activities in his life, will have a low self-esteem, and he might not get that progress in his life. So definitely environment in our house, our family, even at our workplace also, it definitely works when we are representing our firm somewhere else outside, and we have a positive feedback from our seniors from backside, and they give us the push-up, the yes, they boost us. That definitely works. That gives you a positive immune system in you, and you can prove your identity. So definitely it works. So atmosphere gives a boosting system.
Okay. And, there is something like positive thinking and negative thinking.
Yes.
At times I have felt that, many a times we miss out on our pleasures is because of our thinking.
Yes.
Whatever task we are doing, okay? Like suppose you want actually 10 out of 10, okay, in a test. You have already thought that I am only going to get 2 out of 10, all right? You are already thinking that I'm going to do the test badly, I'm not going to achieve, and I'm going to get only 2. So when you look at the paper, you are already thinking that the paper is very difficult, and ye mere se nahi hoga. And your thought process is making all the questions look more difficult than they are, okay? And uske baad also, instead of 2, you still manage to get 4, but it's a very odd feeling. So somewhere, don't you feel that, our own thinking should be a little more positive, and we should try our best, and whatever we get, we are happy. It's like for small things, okay, that we need to be that, okay, even if I achieve so much, I'm happy. I mean, do we always have to achieve to be happy? Can't we just be happy? Enjoy nature. I just went down for a walk. It is not something like a trophy or a prize or a goal or a salary. It is nothing. It is just going down for a stroll. Shouldn't that make a person happy? Something natural. So this is one aspect. Shireen ma'am, could you tell us that why do we only want things to make us happy? Why can't we just be happy, content? So how can we be?
I'll give you a small example. See, we are all women are working in our field, and many of the women from the beginning of their career, many of them have to drop the career for a few years because of our family, because of our children and everything. So aren't we happy at that moment? Because we have left our career for whom? For our family members, for our children, right? So we are happy at that moment also. And we still enjoy after rejoining the same field. So it is, we have to decide, we individual have to decide where is our happiness. Our happiness is only for our selfish achievements, or our happiness is with our family, our children, our relatives, our friends. Do we include everyone with our happiness, or you want to be only a selfish happiness with you?
A very good point, Shireen ma'am. That is actually what you have shared is very, very valid and a thought-provoking thing. Am I craving for things only for myself? Yes, you have a very strong point that it is when we are very selfishly wanting things only for ourselves, somewhere we are spoiling things.
Yes.
If we are happy even for others, automatically, very rightly said, happiness is only real when it is shared.
Yes.
So when we share our happiness, also it doubles.
Yes,
right?
You give a smile to others, you get smile on your face also. That is called
Yes.
the true happiness.
And and just as they say that sadness also, when you are unhappy, you share your sorrow, it becomes half. But when you share your happiness, it becomes double. So
yes.
that is a very good point, that yes, we need to be happy for others also.
Yes.
Now, when we say this, okay, that when we are talking about today, happiness, how can we actually achieve this? What can we do to change our mindset so that life becomes much better? Because it is going to affect every aspect of our life. You very rightly shared that if I smile at someone, someone smiles back at me. And automatically you start on a good note. Like if I meet you in the morning and I say, oh, hello, Shireen ma'am, you smile back. So we both are happy and we are moving ahead, right? So it's a nice thing. Now, what can we actually do? What is it that is in our mind which is restricting us, stopping us from having that better outlook to move ahead and be happy with what we have, with what we can do? What can we do to change our mindset?
To change our mind ourselves. I think so. We are only we can only monitor our mind. We can monitor our body. Everything is in our individual hand to do it. So we can decide ourselves. We can decide. So if you're not satisfied with whatever you have, you are never going to be happy. The satisfaction should be this particular part should be there in your life. Satisfaction. If this is the part of your life, satisfaction, this note is there, this context is there with you, then I don't think so the sadness will hinder you a lot in your life. It won't matter a lot because, after sadness, we are always waiting for the good things to be happening in our life. We always hope कि चलो अभी अच्छा वक्त नहीं है, ये भी गुजर जाएगा and we'll have a more good time. So in the same way, we can also decide, इसके sadness के बाद happiness है, तो why not put your life in the happiness? वो बोलते हैं ना, अभी से ना जो है जितना है उसमें खुश रहने की कोशिश करो, तो हमेशा खुश रहोगे. This note will definitely help you out. You start, you can even calculate yourself what you have achieved in your life. When you feel so sad or when you feel so low in your life, flaws are always there with us in our life. But when you start calculating what have you achieved actually in your life, then I'm sure, even if you're unhappy, even you're so sad, I'm sure something will give you, that will hinder you and that will say and click you in your mind that, no, yes, don't be so sad. You have a lot of things in your life. You have achieved a lot of things in your life.
True. In fact, I was recently sharing with my students in the school. Ye Corona aaya. Everyone was so paranoid, so worried, so concerned. Agreed, there are many people who have gone through a terrible time, okay, and it's really been difficult. Now, when we look at it from a school point of view, that children used to come to school so happy, so excited, रोज स्कूल आते थे, चलो आज होमवर्क हुआ नहीं हुआ, बुक लाए नहीं लाए, there was so much, and you meet your friends, you go to the canteen, there was so much fun, okay, but now as for this situation they are at home.
Yes.
But the positive side is, like, whatever said and done, technology has kept us connected.
Yes.
We have online classes, you meet your friends online. So I mean, if I have to look at it, yes, bad part is I can't go to school. Okay, I can't meet my friends. I don't have all the masti. There is no canteen. But the plus side is I can still attend online classes. My education is not stuck anywhere. I am still moving ahead. Okay.
Yes.
Plus side is we never spent so much time together as a family. Now we are spending time together.
Together, yes.
Right. So now in this bad situation also, we can look at certain things and say, "Theek hai, that's bad, but there is something nice also happening." Right?
Yes.
And we are not totally lost. There is something, we have found solutions even in this difficult situation. So I feel that at times when we are even unhappy, rather than being very unhappy and depressed and going into one, like, the pit and thinking that's the end of the world, like how we have found in this terrible pandemic situation solutions, even in our bad phases of life, if we can find solutions instead of feeling miserable कि it's the end of the world. जैसे हमने pandemic के time पे we found a solution of online classes. हम इसमें भी एक solution ढूंढ ले.
There is
So
always a solution.
maybe we may not be as happy as what we wanted, but we will still be happy. So,
Yes.
in fact, at times I feel that every situation in our life is a learning experience, right? We never in our wildest dreams ever thought कि एक ऐसा भी दिन आएगा कि lockdown होगा.
Yes, and there will be no exams.
एक ऐसा भी दिन आएगा कि we are going to work from home.
Yes.
And imagine when all the ladies always wear lipstick and everything, कब सोचा था कि वो mask भी लगाना पड़ेगा. So, in fact, sometimes when I'm introduced to a new person, I tell them, please, 1 minute mask निकाल कर अपनी शक्ल तो दिखा दो. So next time I know you,
Yes.
So, like, but we are all adapting to this, and you can imagine we are still smiling
Yes.
in this situation also. So what can be more worse than this situation?
Yes.
We have adapted, we have found a solution, and we are surviving. So somewhere it is totally in our hands.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely. In our hands.
So, someone very rightly said, happiness is a conscious choice. It's your choice. Okay? It's not an automatic response. It is not something that you can tell someone, could you give me a box of happiness?
Yes.
You cannot order for it. You
Yes.
cannot do anything. But it is something that if we have, we enjoy it. Okay? We keep our family happy. And somewhere there is another thing that is, happiness is very contagious.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if I had to go back from my school and smile at my family, automatically my family feels happy.
Right. Yes.
If
Yes.
I come and, start sulking or bumping, automatic reaction of the whole family is also going to be that.
Yes. Yes.
So happiness is contagious, right?
Yes.
So it is in our hands. If we want to create a happy environment, it has to come from within.
Within.
And another thing that I look at is कि हर चीज का जैसे बात का बतंगड़ नहीं बनाते. For every small thing को बड़ा करके, but
make a fuss for those things, small little things.
we make our sadness very big, happiness very small.
Very small, yes. It's a good example. I would like to interrupt. For example, for husband and wife, I've seen many of the couples, they come and just say, we had a fight, we had this and those, and my husband is not good at this. My wife is just complaining, she's complaining. And then after sometimes I just saw them wondering, they're so happy, they're at restaurant, they're eating, and I said, oh, look at them. whenever they're not happy, just they call me and they have so many problems. And now see how they're happy. Now they're not remembering me. So at least come and tell me, oh, ma'am, we are happy now.
No, because it is very true. Like if someone does something for you, you just say, thank you, thank you.
Thank
But
you.
if someone says one small thing which is going to bother you, you say about it for days.
Please,
"Das
yes.
din sunate, you did like this to me and that is why I am unhappy."
Unhappy,
So
yes.
can we reverse it? Instead of saying for 10 days, you did this, so I am unhappy. Let's say for 10 days, you did this, so I am happy. I'm
Yes.
happy.
That's
Okay.
a positive thing.
Yeah. So I would say this is our mindset, our
Mindset.
thinking, right? That instead of making unhappy things big, let's make our happy things big. Okay.
Yes.
And another thing I feel that if at the end of every day, if we actually sit down and say thank you for so many things that we have, automatically, the number of things that are not happening very good in our life will not be as big,
Yes. And
right?
we
Or
will
not
start
as large
accepting.
in number.
Yes.
So gratitude for whatever we have been fortunate enough to have.
Yes.
And all the time we should not think negative, right?
Right.
This is what I'm actually getting from all what you have shared. And of course, we should compliment ourselves every day. I'm
Yes.
very nice. I'm not so bad. I'm very nice. Instead of saying I'm not so bad.
Yes, yes. We really need sometime,
Yeah.
even to give it ourselves. Even today when I was sitting here, and before few hours before, I was just talking to my daughter and I was saying, I'm feeling so stressed today because I have to face on the FB. So it will be a live session. And they say, oh, mama, you are stressed. It's unbelievable. You always ask us, hey, what is that? It's nothing to fear. And why are you stressed? I said, mommy is also, you can consider me today as a student only. So this is how what we teach our children, they give us the same things that they also start motivating us. So it's like positive psychology. What you give, you get the same things also back from our own children also.
True. And one more takeaway I would say is never compare.
Yes.
The day we stop comparing ourselves to others, okay, we will definitely be much more happier.
Happier.
Because each one gets what they deserve in life.
Right. Yes.
Right? Whatever they are destined for, whatever they deserve, whatever they have worked hard for, they have got. Whatever we have got, we have got. We deserved it, we got it.
Yes.
So, I mean, we don't need to compare. If
Yes.
we just look at what I have and be happy, that's one more thing. And we should look something, like I said, even in this corona situation, let's look at something positive. We've learned something. We've learned to survive.
Yes.
Probably many of us didn't know that we had it in us.
Yes.
Okay, but we have learned to survive. And
yes.
of course, we should care for our own mind and body and our families.
Our families.
Yes.
Yes.
And if there is still something in us, let's work on it rather than cry about it.
Yes, definitely. Rather than crying and always asking for all the negative things what happens in our life, we should always focus on the good things also. Try new things also we can do. As we all women, when we age, after some time, we start looking at our face and we say, oh, yeah, now I can see the wrinkles are there, my skin is not glowing, and we just cry. So I think we can work for that also. I know we cannot stop our age, but at least we can work on that. We can go for a gym, you can go for a yoga, we have a different type, that will enhance your body. It will stimulate and endure your body fitness also, and definitely your mind also. That will help us in that way also.
Okay. Does recreation activities also make you happy?
Yes.
Like if I want to learn music, maybe, play an instrument, or like, okay, reading, whatever each one has at some part of the day that you just keep for your happiness.
The happiness, yes.
And of course, the main thing that you said is sharing.
Yes.
Don't think of I, me, myself all the time.
Yes.
I want to be happy. I want this and I want this and I want this. So if I'm ready to be a little open-minded and share, compromise, so others are also happy and we are also happy. And I'll tell you which one thing that you rightly said, whatever we give comes back to us. So today, if I compromise for someone, someone will compromise for me.
Definitely. Yes, true. Yes, true.
And probably next day I would say, oh, how nice. And we look at the and we feel that person is much more nice today because they
Yes.
compromised for us.
Provides for us, yes, yes. That gives a positive. And I think so that will also work. It is also a contagious thing, right? Our children adopt certain things from our parents also. If we are having that habit of giving charity, our children are just watching us, and definitely they will also do the same activity in their life also. That will be carried out in their life. So the good things, we donate good things, it will still go and move and in their life with everyone. And everyone learns everything by watching, by seeing the behavior. We still see the behavior and it comes to us.
So that's really very nice. I think now today we are all going to actually reflect on what is it that is in our life that is, if we are happy, so what is it that is making me happy? And if I am not, then what is it that is my obstacle? What is it that is stopping me from being happy? You know, is it my negative thinking, or is it that I am only comparing, or I am not actually being open-minded, or I want too much more than what I should want for? Because sometimes our expectations are also rocketing.
Yes.
You know, you can't ask for the moon, it won't come down.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
so sometimes we have that kind of a thing. And of course, we stop comparing. I'll tell you one last thing that sometimes I just reflect that many a times, we see all these pictures on Facebook and all say, wow, this one is so lucky, wo wahan gaya tha, wo wahan gaya tha. But kabhi koi Facebook pe pata apni roti hui shakal nahi dalta.
Yes.
They never ever share that, I also have a problem. Okay. And there is one thing that everyone must understand. 365 days, no one is happy under this world. 365 days, no one can say that I have been extremely happy. Okay. Ups
Yes.
and downs, fluctuations are in everyone's life. Right? So everyone's turn comes. Yes. Today I'm happy, tomorrow I'm not so happy. Then again I'm happy. And then maybe I'm really sad. Then again I'm happy. So this happens in everyone's life. So that is one thing that if we accept. So Shireen ma'am, you have really given some really good points. I like your point about sharing. Yes, even donating gives us happiness when we bring a smile to someone, and we stop comparing. And of course, you said yoga, exercising. Very good. That's very difficult for me to do yoga, but
you can try.
Yeah, I can try. But yes, so that would be wonderful. So I'm sure our audience is going to take away. Any last thing that you would want to share with us, Shireen
ma'am? So one good line of a movie song. चलते चलते कट जाए रास्ते जिंदगी यूं ही चलती रहे. So this is the part of our life, and we always still move on with all happiness and sadness with a part of our life, and we all will move and move.
Very true. So thank you, Shireen ma'am. It has really been wonderful, talking to you. And in fact, I didn't feel that we were like this. We were having such a nice, natural conversation.
It was first talk. We have just seen each other for the first time, but I was very much comfortable with you. Thanks for being so comfortable.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine. So thank you, Shireen ma'am. It was wonderful. And I'm sure our audience is also going to take away some points and reflect that, yes, if we work on these things, we'll be definitely more happier with whatever we have, wherever we are. And we are going to be grateful to God that He has given us so much that many, many don't have. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.